So, big question to start with here. What would you say is the biggest difference between the way you approached your work on the show day one compared to the end? Like another tool in the toolkit, so to speak, that you would credit with working on Sabrina?
I know for me what that would be. So I learned a lot from watching actors like Michelle Gomez and Richard Coyle and Miranda Otto, but particularly in the beginning, Michelle, because I've never seen someone so fearlessly wild. Like in her work, her choices were just out there and big and brave, but never wrong. And because she was having fun, it was never off. It was always right on, just the flavor was right. So I think for me, something that I learned how to do by the end was read it and just be like, what do I want to do? What do I think would be funny? How can I make this really fun for me rather than trying to do it right? Instead, like figuring out how much space I can take up in this room and, really, really taking my time with things. I definitely learned that on Sabrina.
I think in a like a literal sense, I specifically remember my very, very first day on set, I had to cry. It was part one with my black eye when we were walking through the parking lot of Baxter High, and I was like, I started the fight. It was that one, and so I had to be like actively sobbing, having a panic attack, and at the time I was like, oh, then I should just have a panic attack. So I just had like a 6-hour panic attack because I thought that that's what I was supposed to do at a little 16-year-old. I know how to act kind of headspace. And then one of my last scenes on Sabrina is a really emotional one where we had to shed some tears. And I just learned how to really trust myself and to take care of myself and to distinguish my job from my care, myself, my well-being. Jaz said something earlier that Michelle said that I may not say right, but it was something like our job is to protect our mental health. And
it's an exercise in mental health.
It's an exercise in mental health because it is really tough putting yourself in those states and being away from your family. And I really learned how to manage that. And I'm really proud of myself for that.
I'm psyched to see where you guys both take those newfound skills from here, because man, am I gonna miss this show. I love covering it seriously, and I've loved the community that you built, and the vibe that you guys all share behind the scenes as well has been a really nice component of this.